Ball is life, gang. Happy Friday and welcome back to the Heat Check. I'm your host, that girl, Kayla Nicole, and we've got a special treat for you guys today. We're switching things up a bit here on the Heat Check and giving you, the people, what you want. You guys asked for more highlights, so more highlights is what you're gonna get. We're kicking today's shows off with the top highlight of the week. Let's get it. They were AAU teammates, but all that goes out the window when Drew Timme and Jahmius Ramsey go head-to-head in a high school game. And our guy, Brad Ballislife, was there to document the whole thing. Timme, who stars for Pierce, and Ramsey, who leads Duncanville, battled it out, with Ramsey and his squad coming away with a 70-68 victory. Timme is a 6'10" senior signed with Gonzaga and is a super skilled center who can score in a variety of ways. While Ramsey, a 6'4" combo guard and signed with Texas Tech, he's a freakish downhill athlete and can finish on the break. And he also snipes the three-point shot with consistency, okay? Ramsey finished with 23 points in the dub, while Timme led all scorers with 28. All right, y'all, before we move on, it's time to introduce our new and very exciting giveaway segment. Each week, we will pick the very best comment from our YouTube channel, and that person will win some super fly, super swaggy gear from the Ball is Life shop. This week's prize is this super fly hoodie, which can be yours at the price of one hilarious comment. But remember, the comment must be on one of the topics discussed in today's episode. Good luck. Hey, Kawhi, what time is it? That's right, it's time for our LOL segment. And first up, Heat fan runs on the floor and steals the rock. After Nuggets guard Jamal Murray sinks a clutch late-game free throw versus Miami, a Heat fan runs out of the stands and snags the ball before disappearing back into the crowd. The best part of all this was how most of the players seem unbothered by the incident, but Murray looks on in absolute disgust.
Well, Jamal Murray has 17. We mentioned Jokic 29, 11, and 10.
Well, we got a fight in the crowd to our right here.
Giannis must be sick and tired of Harden's antics because during the Bucks-Rockets game Wednesday night, the Greek freak accidentally fired a pass off Harden's head. The ball was supposed to find a teammate in the corner, and we're surprised the Beard didn't even get free throws out of this mess.
Facial on the floor, total facial.
Now, of course, the internet had a field day with this. Check out this hilarious tweet from @Vonti5 with the very funny James Harden edit. And lastly, we've got Kelly Oubre trying to guard Luka, but failing miserably. Phoenix Suns forward Kelly Oubre slaps the floor like he's got clamps or something as Luka Doncic brings the ball up the floor. But Luka drives left and sinks a runner in Kelly's grill. Way to go, Oubre. Luka's really been killing it lately, so we want to know, who do you think the front runner for NBA's Rookie of the Year is? Sound off in the comments. Ready? Okay. Give me a G. Give me a T. Give me an F. O. H. You know what time it is.
Get the f out of here.
Get the f out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Out.
What if I told you could play in the league at a mere 5'3"? You'd probably tell me to
Get the f out of here.
But Muggsy Bogues is that dude. The 5'3" point guard out of Wake Forest University logged 15 seasons for the Washington Bullets, Charlotte Hornets, Golden State Warriors, and the Toronto Raptors. Muggsy averaged 7.7 points and 7.6 assists for his career, including a double-double season in 93-94 where he put up 10.8 points and 10.1 dimes per game. He once had a game with 10 boards and another one with 2 blocks. 2 blocks! Spud Webb was another guy who stuck in the league despite his small stature. Webb averaged double figures in scoring in 5 of his 12 seasons and won the 1986 NBA All-Star Dunk Contest. Next, we've got Klay Thompson showing you don't need crazy handles to get buckets. The Warriors shooting guard scored 43 points in a win over the Knicks while taking just 4 dribbles. Okay, for real, y'all, this isn't bullshit. Klay literally put the ball on the deck 4 times and dropped 43 points. So what is the secret to racking up buckets without pounding the air out of the ball? I think sometimes you gotta revert back to simple fundamentals, catch and shoot jumpers, and moving without the ball. The f out of here, Klay. Okay, Ball is Life gang, sliding into our next segment, Heads Up.
Hands up! Hands up!
Heads up, Zion Williamson makes Duke basketball history. The 6'7", 280-pound forward continues to show that he's more than just a dunker. Zion was the first freshman in Blue Devils history to put up at least 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in one game. Additionally, Williamson had 5 dimes and 4 steals in a win over Wake Forest. And not to mention, he hit 3 of his 4 3-point shots. Next up, Marquette guard Markus Howard goes all the way off. On our last episode of the Heat Check, we tipped you off to one of the most underrated guards in college hoops, and now it's time for another. Marquette junior Markus Howard is putting up video game numbers this season. He dropped 53, yes, 53, in a 106-104 overtime win over Creighton Wednesday night, with 14 of those points coming in overtime. Howard, who is still just 19 years old, connected on 15 of his 26 field goals, including 10 of 14 from three-point range. But that's not it, y'all. Howard has scored 45 or more points 3 times this season and is the only D1 player with multiple 50-point games in the last 20 years. What do you guys think? Is he the best scorer in all of college hoops? Sound off in my DMs. Okay, no, just put it in the comments. And lastly, BJ Burries of Globe High in Arizona passes Mike Bibby on the state's all-time scoring list. The 5'11" guard has been cooking at his small high school an hour and a half outside of Phoenix. Burries scored 39 points in a win over San Carlos Tuesday night, upping his career total to 3,032 points, passing Bibby, a former NBA star and current head coach at Shadow Mountain High in Phoenix. He's averaging 36.6 points per game on the season, which is placing him at 4th in the country and trails the state's all-time scoring leader, Corey Hawkins, by just 122 points. Here's a little fun fact. Burries is of Native American descent, and to give you an idea of just how small Globe High is, its enrollment is just 541 students, while the city's population is just over 7,000. All right, guys, for our main story today, Steph Curry launches his underrated tour of basketball camps. Warriors guard Steph Curry dropped a story on the Players Tribune describing what it was like for him growing up as a hooper who was continuously slept on. Curry breaks down all the things that scouts picked apart about his game, from lack of size and strength to his struggles finishing around the basket. Steph even shared a rather heartbreaking story where he was anticipating a scholarship offer from his father's alma mater, Virginia Tech, only to have the assistant coach come visit him at his high school and proceed to ask him to come on as a walk-on player. Surprisingly enough, Curry was only considered a 3-star prospect coming out of high school, where he played for 3 seasons. He actually led the nation in scoring his junior year while putting up impressive numbers like 25.3 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 5.6 assists. Steph declared for the NBA draft after his junior year, which was immediately met with doubts about his ability to play in the league, most notably by draft analyst Doug Gottlieb, who said that there were 6 guards with more upside than Steph. And despite all the hate, Curry was still selected number 7 overall by the Golden State Warriors in 2009. And well, the rest is history. The 3-time NBA championship, 2-time MVP, and 5-time All-Star is giving back to kids who were like him in high school, overlooked, with his underrated tour basketball camps. The camps are designed for players who are unsigned and rated 3 stars or below by recruiting and ranking websites, aka a camp for kids who love to hoop and are looking for a chance to show scouts that their perceived weaknesses might actually be their secret strengths. The first session will be in Los Angeles on January 19th, with 6 other stops in the US, including one in Phoenix exclusively for girls. Well, guys, that concludes today's episode. But before I go, I hope you guys know that this show isn't a show without your feedback. We always invite you to be a part of the convo, whether it's the first story or the last story that caught your eye. Don't be shy and let us know what you think in the comments. And while you're here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that you can stay in the Ball is Life loop. Also, if you missed our last episode and you need to catch up, because you need to catch up, no big deal. Just click right over here. And if you're a hoop junkie like myself and you want to check out our latest baller-ass highlight vids, click right over here. Thanks for keeping it locked on the Heat Check. That girl, Kayla Nicole. Logging off.